Story time on how I used to get bullied. I used to get called a lot of names, but their favorite word that they would call me was the R word. If you don't know what that is, it is a really mean word to say. It's a meaner word than dumb. The first time I ever got called the R word was in 5th grade by a boy. And then everyone else started following after. I hate talking about this. I used to live in Vegas. I used to go to this school named Paradise Elementary. I loved my elementary school, but I really did not like the kids that went there because they were all bullies. Even one of my so-called friends ended up bullying me behind my back. But that's another story for another time. Give me a second, because you're barely going to be able to hear me. Scratch that. Actually, the first school I ever got bullied at was Gregson Elementary. Let's start off with my background, all right? I've had a very sad, traumatic childhood. Not only did I have a really bad living situation, I had to go to school to get bullied. Does anyone remember popcorn reading? We were reading The Hatchet from what I remember, and I remember this boy had picked me during popcorn reading, and it did not go well. I did not want to read. The teacher had told me, you have to read, and I was refusing. I said, no, I don't want to, because I knew I could not read. I was in 5th grade reading at basically preschool level. I couldn't pronounce words. I couldn't say the words. What I was reading, I could not say them, okay? It basically sounded like, when I was reading, I'll give you an example. I kid you not, literally everybody in that class started laughing. I had tears coming out of my eyes before they even started laughing because I was embarrassed. I got exposed that I couldn't read, all right? So everyone was laughing at me. I busted in tears, full on. They were already coming, rolling down my face. I took off out of that class, crying. I ended up in the bathroom crying. I would get made fun of every day for it. During popcorn reading, all of the kids would pick me each time. My teacher didn't like that. His name was Mr. Alsop. I honestly love him. I appreciate everything he's done for me when I was going to that school. Because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have caught up to my level or even surpassed my level. He was the only adult figure in my life that actually sat down with me and helped me. Mr. Alsop, my teacher, the next day, he actually encouraged me to read more. He did continue to have me read during popcorn, but not as much. After school, he would give me a new book to read, and yes, it was preschool books, 1st grade books, 2nd grade books, until I got better and better. And he actually helped me sound out words. He actually helped me read, like, get better. He actually gave me the Hatchet book. I still have it to this day because he was the first adult to kind of like believe in me, I guess, and like push me to do better and encourage me and show care, you know? It's crazy to say, but like, even though I went through a lot of stuff and I used to get bullied like every day throughout my whole life until I was like, I didn't stop getting bullied until I was like maybe like 17. I've always had a pure heart. I've always been genuine, and it didn't break me. It broke me. Trust me. The words you guys said would hurt me. I would cry every day. And there was times that I just didn't want to be here no more. But I pushed through, and I'm glad I did. Because I wouldn't be where I am right now. I wouldn't have my family. I wouldn't be happy.
So I guess we're coming on here and saying like traumatizing things that our exes did to us, and it's really funny because me and my brother was just on the phone the other day talking about how I could literally make a TikTok series about all the shit that I've ever done or all the shit that's happened to me. So we're gonna start right here. Alright, so let's see. So first thing, I started dating this guy. I was probably, how old was I at this time? 16? I started dating this guy like 15, 16. I don't even remember like what year we actually started dating, but we were together for like 2 years, whatever. So I was like 15 or 16 at this time. Me and this kid were only together for a couple months at this point. And kid comes to school, alright? He's sitting next to me at lunch. He has a hood over his head. I'm like, fuck, ain't even that hot out, bro. It's fucking September. Like, fuck, we got a hoodie on, alright? So I remind you, think it something's up. I have horrible trust issues. So I look at him and I snatch the hood off his head. I snatched that shit off his head. So then, what do I see? Big fat hickey. What did I not leave on his neck? A big fat hickey. So now I'm sitting there and I'm questioning. All right, well, I know you got freaky deaky with another girl. I'm gonna find out. He won't tell me who it is, whatever. Cool. Watch, I find out on my own. So a couple days later, me and my best friend went to go smoke with these two people. I'm not gonna say who because it's not really important. But we went to go smoke with these two people, and I told one of the people that I was dating this kid. And one of the people told me that he had actually just dropped that kid off, or no, picked that kid up from some girl's house the other day after he did the nasty with that girl. I'm like, oh. I was like, and where does this girl live? I'm asking for a friend. So, whatever. He tells me around where she lives. Like, he didn't remember the exact address, but, like, he knew what the house looked like in the street. I'm like, okay, bet. So, next day, what do me and my best friend do? We walked 30 minutes to her house because, like I said, we was 15. There was no car at this time. All right? Like, this is back in the day when we used to have to walk places. So, whatever. Me and my best friend walked to this girl's house, and like I said, I only knew what the house looked like. So, here I am knocking on every single blue house on the street, thinking I'm a fucking find the one. Last one comes. This is the last house on the street. I'm like, bro, if this ain't it, it is what it is. It was it. I walk upstairs. I go and I knock on the top apartment. Who comes outside? Some girl. I'm looking at her. She's looking at me, confused as fuck. I'm like, was my boyfriend just here? She's like, who's your boyfriend? I tell her who my boyfriend is. She was like, oh, yeah, but he was here with my sister. I'm like, oh, your sister? I was like, who's your sister? She tells me her name. I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, it's no nothing against you guys. Like, I just wanted to confirm I'm not a crazy bitch, basically. That's like the whole reason I went over there is just, like, find out what the fuck actually happened. Because he's swearing to me that he didn't sleep with her. My friend's swearing that he did sleep with her. So I had to know what the fuck the real was. So I go over there, dude. She's telling me the center. She's like, let me call my sister. And I'm like, okay. I was like, I've never heard of your sister before. Like, oh, what school does she go to? She tells me what school she goes to. And it's a fucking middle school. It is a fucking middle school. I'm mad. Mind you, boyfriend of mine is 17 at this time. He was older than me, okay? He was older than me. Boyfriend is 17 at this time. And I just found out this girl goes to a middle school. So now I'm sitting here fucking racing back and forth in my head trying to figure out how old this girl is. I ask her, guess how fucking old this girl is? 12 years old. He cheated on me with a 12-year-old. Lost his virginity to a 12-year-old. What the fuck? Alright, so now I'm pissed. Not at this girl. Not at the other girl. I'm not mad at them. I'm mad at him because what the fuck are you doing? Alright, so I leave, bro. A couple days later, I hear that girl who was just being so nice in my face started talking shit. Talking about, oh, I'll beat her ass if she ever comes back here, da-da-da. So what do? I walk 30 minutes again and I whip that bitch's ass in her backyard. Alright?
Okay, guys, story time on how I got kicked out of my boyfriend's house by my boyfriend yesterday, and that's why I'm home here today. So this whole argument started was because I had told him to follow some girls on Instagram like 2 days before, and he still hadn't done it. So yesterday, that's why I reacted the way I reacted. So it was like 8 in the morning and I had woken up. I wasn't feeling good. I was like feeling really nauseous and like I had a really bad stomach ache and my head was hurting. And then I went to the restroom and well, obviously I threw up, and I was throwing up like pure liquid. And then, well, after that, I was on the toilet and, I was checking. I was scrolling to see if it was like, if he did it or not. And obviously, he didn't do it. He didn't unfollow them. So he still had the same number of following. And I was hurt. So I was like, damn. I was like, it's really going to take you 3 days to do it. Or 4 days. Or I don't know how long. Like, I really don't understand. And then I had went back into the room and I had went to come sit on my chair. And, like, I had this whole vanity there with me. Like, all of this. I had it with me, and he had broken it. Like, he broke 2 of the lights, and then he broke, like, some of the vanity in the back, too. That was, like, where my hairdryer was supposed to go. And, like, he broke more in the back. And then, after I went in there, what was it? I was just there. I was in my vanity doing whatever I had to do, and he was still asleep. And then I was kind of, like, making a lot of noise, so that's when he woke up, and he, like, got on his phone. And then that's when I was like, you know what, let me just bring it up now that he's on his phone. And he's on his phone and he's not even doing it, knowing that he told me he was gonna do it so many times and he still hasn't done it. And so then I had went up to him in my chair. Like, I literally rolled over with him to my chair, and I was like, when are you gonna follow the girls? And he was like, I'll do it right now. And like, I guess he thinks everything is a joke because he starts laughing and shit. And I'm just like, oh, I'm like, okay. And like, that even gets me more mad because why the fuck are you laughing over something so like over like a conversation that we're having and it's serious? And then he was like, And then he was like, sorry, I had to pause it. But then he was like, oh yeah, like I'll do it right now. And then like his dumbass decides it's really best to hide under the covers to do it. So I'm like, okay, so you want to play this game? So I take the covers from him and I literally take out the whole cover from him. And I'm like, no, like you got me fucked up. You're not about to play with me. You're gonna do this shit right in front of my face because what? No. And he was like, bruh, like, you'll see right now, like, just get off, like, you'll see right now, go over there, you'll see right now that I'm unfollowing them. And I'm like, no, like, I want to see it right in front of my face. He goes, no, it's like, you'll see right now. He was like, go over there, and like, he just kept hiding, and like, still kept taking away the cover. And then like, it got to a point where I got mad as fuck, and he started getting mad because I started taking away the cover more. Because I'm like, because why the fuck are you hiding? Like, please, like, I'm not crazy, right? Because why are you hiding under the covers to do that? To unfollow girls? Please, let me know. And when I was taking away the covers, I was like joking, not like joking around, or like I don't know what to call it, like pity. But I was like taking away the cover, and I was like, what? Like I want it. I'm cold. Like I'm really cold, cause like he has the AC, and like I had my chair. Like I didn't have it. Like I had my shirt on and like my PJs, but I was still cold. And I was like, I'm cold. And he goes, no, bro, you're not cold. You're just taking away my cover. I'm like, I am cold. And I'm like, okay, then you want to take away this one? And I'm gonna take away the colcha, like the fucking bottom colcha from the whole bed, and then we're gonna see who played. And he was like, okay, do it. And I did. And then he starts laughing, and he goes, bro, you better fucking stop, and no sé qué. And I'm like, no, bro, because hello, like all of a sudden, like I'm acting mad. I don't know how I'm acting. I don't even know how to explain how I was acting. I feel like, I don't know, I was just mad, and I was just sad. I was angry. I was mad because I wanted to stay there to fix stuff with him, even though I wasn't the one that fucked it up. He was the one that fucked it up, and I was still willing to fix stuff with him. Even his mom was there. Like, so let me get to that part. So when it was in the colcha thing, all of that happened, and like he started there was like this connector that connects to my vanity, and he disconnected it, so my whole vanity turned off. So I'm like, bruh. So I turned to him, and I'm like, bro, why the fuck did you disconnect my vanity? And he goes, bruh, because you're doing that, and I was like, okay. He goes, you're taking away my colcha, you're disconnecting this, you're throwing this. I'm like, nobody's throwing nothing. I'm just trying to get my shit, and I'm trying to connect my vanity. I was peacefully drying my hair in my vanity, and then you just decide to disconnect it. And like he starts laughing, and he thinks it's funny, and I'm just like, I look at him, I'm like, I had to. I'm just kidding. No, I didn't do that. But I was almost to, but I catched myself. Cause like I was mad, cause why are you doing that? Why are you pissing me off even more than I'm already pissed off? Like, please. And then we just kept going back and forth, and we wouldn't shut the fuck up. And then I think, like, I don't know what else happened. What did I say? He was like, oh, like, if you're not gonna listen, you can either leave or just, like get the fuck on or listen. Like, get the fuck out or listen, get the fuck out or listen. And he just kept repeating that while I was drying my hair. Mind you, I wasn't saying nothing to this man. I was just literally telling him to be quiet and to stop talking to me, because I was literally quietly doing this, and he still decides to bother me. And then he was like, he goes to the kitchen, and going down the hallway, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna tell your mom. And then he goes, tell my mom, like, she's in the room, go wake her up. And then like supposedly me and the sister, like, we're texting and stuff, and supposedly the mom, like, she heard that, and like she put her clothes on and immediately went to the room to see like what was happening, because he said, go wake up my mom, go, no sé qué. Like, he made it into such a big deal, really, really big deal, when it really like my shit. I mean, it was a big deal. Like, unfollowing girls, that's a big deal, because it called respect and boundaries. So to me, it's a big deal. And then when the mom heard that, she came, and like she started talking to her. She's like, then why did you bring her here? Why did you say, like, why did you move her in? Like, if you loved her, like, why did you take her in? And then he was like, oh, I don't know why. I don't know. He just started, like, I don't really know how to explain what he was saying. He was just really quiet, and he would just say, oh, I don't know why I brought her here. I don't know why I brought her here. So I was just like, okay, so now I know how you feel. You don't know why you brought me here. I thought because he loved me, but obviously he didn't. So anyway, after that, when the mom came in and everything, and she was telling us everything, he was telling me, I don't know why I brought her here. I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna just go to the living room, and you can chill out in the room, and then we could talk later. And well, he didn't want to do that, and he still kept saying, no, like, I want you out of here, like, just leave. And I'm just like, bro, like, asking for a favor, like, led to us breaking up. It was just so dumb. I think it's like the dumbest thing ever, but I just like, it was like always like the smallest thing ever that could have been easily fixed, and then he decides to do that. So that's cool. And then well, after all that, he just kept saying to call my mom, and I'm just, I don't think my mom's really gonna take me in, because we literally just moved in and you're already telling me to come back to my house after she told you like, oh, like cuídala bien, and you're still, you know, doing it. And so then after that, like, I called my mom and I told her what was happening, and she goes, ¿Qué pasó, mija? Like, are you okay? Like, I was thinking about you, like, last night. And I was like, oh, like, me and my boyfriend just got into an argument, like, he wants me out of here. So she goes, see, like, I'll accept you back, you'll come back. And I'm just like, okay. So then, like, he starts following me when I'm talking on the phone with my mom, and I'm just like, bro, like, leave me alone. I'm trying to talk to my mom. Why is he following me for? He's behind me talking about some, so are you gonna leave? And I'm just like, no, bro, like, I want to fix stuff with you. I don't want to leave. And then he's like, all right, then I'm just going to go to your house and go talk to your mom. And I'm just like, you know what, bro? I was like, just get my shit and I'm just going to leave. So I decided to leave because obviously he wasn't going to fix nothing with me. So, like, we were getting my stuff and everything. Like, he was already getting my stuff out of the closet. That boy was ready. He wanted me out of there like this. So, and then, like, his sister was telling me a lot of lore about him. So I was just like, I'm like, damn, I'm okay glad like that we broke up and shit, but I'm still sad that happened throughout our whole relationship. But yeah, and then like moving my stuff, like, and my vanity and everything, like, he was sliding my vanity. He wasn't picking it up. Like, mind you, like, you're a home man, you can't pick up the vanity, but I could. Like, what? And he was sliding it, so he like broke basically everything. And on the truck, like, I guess he didn't tie it well, so literally like the whole part, like, front thing of my vanity fell. So I was mad as fuck. And then I got to my house and like I was still crying in the car because obviously I was hurt. His grandma said bye to me. His sister even gave me a hug. His mom said bye. Like, his grandma said bye to me. His grandma went like this. Like, bro, that was so hurtful. And I started crying a lot. And then after all that, we got to my house and like we were taking everything out. And then like he lost his phone, and like I had first said if I had your phone, I would have broken that for breaking my vanity, because, you know, I worked my ass off to have this next to you, to be with you, and you still decide to break it. I'm like, you're lucky you have your fucking phone. And then like he touches his pocket, he's like, where's my phone? I'm like, I don't have your phone. And he's looking at it for like 10 minutes, looking for it everywhere in my vanity, fucking slamming it and everything. I'm just like, bro, it's nothing's there. He goes to the gate and he finds it and he's there.
I want to tell you guys a story on when my ex tried to unalive me in my college dorm at the Virginia State University. I'm smiling because it's kind of hard for me to talk about, so bear with me. And quick disclaimer, this in no way has anything to do with Virginia State University. They did their part when this happened, so I just want to clear that part. So I was in a very abusive relationship with a student, football player, you know, native actually of Petersburg, Virginia. We dated for about 2 years, and most of the relationship he was very abusive. But the particular night that I'm talking about where he tried to unalive me, he came. Well, I don't even know how to tell story times. This is my first time, so please bear with me, y'all. It was one of those things where I couldn't say anything to him. And if you guys are familiar with domestic violence, you basically have to walk on eggshells when you're dealing with your abuser. So I know that this particular night I was very emotional. I was very angry with him because I was just tired. I was tired of being cheated on, lied to, and just abused. Like, this man would literally put his hands on me, like, in the most random moments. We could be at Olive Garden and he just would snap. It just didn't matter. And this particular night, I just remember being so angry, just crying all night long, because honestly, something in me probably felt like he was either cheating that night or I don't know. I think I just broke up with him or something to the effect. And I did it over text message. And that was my first mistake. When I finished sending those text messages to him, I went to sleep. I know I cried myself to sleep that night, and then randomly I heard bangs at my college dorm room door. This is not the first time nor the first dorm room in which he has come to. He didn't even live on campus. He lived off campus. But the other dorms he has broken into, he has taken my clothes and thrown them across the bridge or thrown them in the dumpsters on campus. He has taken like stuff out of my room, broken laptops. Like, this man would come to my dorm anytime. And honestly, like I said, that's my first mistake, even texting while I was on campus, because he was unpredictable. So this particular night, next thing I know, like I said, I wake up to banging on my door. Me and my best friend were roommates at the time, and me and her woke up to the banging. And I just remember it started off as knocks. And then I looked out the window, the little peephole, and I saw him out there banging with a hoodie on. And it was clear as day, because you know the lights in the hallways and the dorms don't go away. This was quads, mind you. My best friend and I wake up. She is like, what is going on? She already knew who it was, because he had a history of not just abusing me, but doing stuff to my friends too. So she was very much aware of who was outside that door, but she was asleep. So when she woke up and saw this man, heard this man doing this to the door, she instantly started freaking out, and so did I. So I answered his phone calls, because he was calling me at the same time. Oh my gosh. I'm not finna cry. He was calling me at the same time as he was knocking on the door, and I finally answered the calls, and he was saying he was going to unalive me. He was saying that on the phone, and he was going into like all different types of things. But the thing about it was, he's saying it on the phone, but he's yelling loud enough for the whole hallway to hear. So my neighbors and I were very close, and this was a co-ed dorm. The boys who lived beside me were calling us too, like, y'all, what's going on? The girls across the hall were calling us, what is going on? This man is outside your door. What's happening? Mind y'all, it had to be like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. And like I said, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, he's calling my phone, telling me he's going to kill me. He's saying all types of stuff about me. He's calling me all types of B's, all types of hoes, all types of every word you can think of, y'all. This man said that in the hallway, was telling all my business, saying all the things. He was making up lies. He was just saying all different types of things. He was just acting so irate. Next thing I know, the bangs got louder. I look out the peephole, y'all, and I will never forget it. This man had his pew-pew at the door, and he was banging my college dorm door, trying to get in, my best friend and I could not believe it. We could not believe that this man took his pew-pew out and was banging it on the door, y'all. Like, that was the scariest thing. Like, he has strangled me. He has punched me until I passed out. He has thrown me across a parking lot before. Like, he has done all different types of crazy things, but it was always like, sometimes behind closed doors, sometimes like random nights, sometimes like random parking lots and stuff like that. But I never thought he would go onto a campus dorm with a pew-pew. Like, that is crazy. Like, I just never thought that it would get to this point. My best friend and I go to the bathroom. She's pulling me in like, you cannot talk him out of this. And both of us just started texting our moms and telling our moms that we loved them. Y'all, we was 18, 19. We was texting our mamas that we loved them. Texting our dads, our siblings, I love you. We was saying that because we just knew. We knew that we was about to be unalived. Like, we were fully aware of what was happening in that moment, and we knew that this was the last time. Me and her sat in the bathroom. If you ever been in quads at Virginia State, you know there's the room and then there's the bathroom. It's by the door. We put like our big organizer at the door, because the way the banging was with the gun, we knew he was coming in soon. We just felt like the door was about to burst open soon. Man, we just stared at each other and just were crying and just like looking at each other like, bro, in my head, I felt so disappointed and so disgusted with myself because I knew that me staying in this abusive relationship is about to kill my best friend. Next thing you know, he pulls the fire alarm. So every student that lived in that dorm had to evacuate because the lights started flickering. Like the siren was going off. The lights are flickering. Like, it was crazy. It was the scariest thing ever. While all this is going on, I forgot to include my best friend is on the phone with the police. So I'm on the phone with him trying to talk him down. My best friend on the phone with the police. But they can hear what he's saying because I got it on speakerphone. And he's not calming down, y'all. You can hear people in the hallway. You can hear students in the hallway moving around. So you know that he's aware of where he is. He's aware that, like, you've taken this to the next level. You feel me? Like, he knew that at this point, everyone can see me with my gun in the middle of a hallway. And next thing I know, it gets quiet. The sirens are still going. The lights are still flickering, but it gets quiet. And then the SWAT team comes. The SWAT team comes to our dorm door. And they're banging on the door. And part of me felt relief. But part of me was still very scared that what if he's in the dorm? Because he has done things on campus to me before. In the stairwell. So what is it called? Whatever it's called. So I was scared to walk out the room. I'm literally shaking, can't really like catch my breath because I'm so scared of what's gonna happen when I walk out this dorm room. I'm freaking out. So like I said, my best friend, she's still on the phone with the police and they're telling her go head out or whatever. So we're thinking we're about to be escorted because that's what they told us. Y'all, because they didn't know who had the pew pew, they were pushing us down the stairs because they didn't know who the issue was with. They were guarded up, y'all. The SWAT team was pushing us down the stairs. It was the scariest moment. We had on our pajamas. Like, we didn't even have on real clothes. And while we're being pushed down the stairs or whatever, we see the students outside. It was just so embarrassing. I'm going to have to make a part 2. But if you want to donate to my nonprofit, I am doing a giveaway to a local shelter for domestic violence victims. Click the link in the bio so you can donate and learn more about what we do with 10%.
I was mistaken for a trans woman at work today. I wear pigtails sometimes at work. I put my hair up like this and I wear pigtails. I have some videos of me in pigtails, but I just do it because it's like I work at Claire's and it's like fun and cutie or whatever, and I'm just like dolling up and like being fun. So I'm wearing pigtails and I'm also wearing like some tight pants, okay, and I'm wearing like this sweater. And this girl comes in who is a trans girl, by the way. That's relevant to the story. I'm not just saying that, but she comes in and we're like talking and she's like telling me about her day, and I'm like, oh, like, do you live around? Like, are you like local? And she was like, no, I'm here for work. I was like, oh, what do you do for work? She was like, I'm in tech. And I was like, oh my gosh, in tech, like, I don't know if I could do that. I'm not smart enough for that. She was like, you can do anything you put your mind to, girl. I was like, okay, queen. Like, I was just like, okay, like, that's like, people call each other girl sometimes, like, okay, word. So I was like, yeah, like, yeah, so true, you know, like, just like going along with it. I thought it was like just casual slang that I didn't fully understand because I'm not with the times. But then I was wrong because she came up to the counter and we're like talking and she got a bunch of earrings and like some necklaces and stuff. And she was like, it's so nice that girls like us can just like buy feminine things like this now. And I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, you know, like, how long have you been on estrogen? And I was like, I'm not. And she was like, oh, pre-transition, no worries, like, we all start somewhere. And I was like, no, like, I'm a boy. And she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, I really thought you were a trans woman. Look at me putting stereotypes onto you. Like, that's so insensitive. I'm so sorry. I thought you were like a not that passing trans woman. And I was like, oh, no. No, I'm just a man. I'm sorry. Like, now I felt like the dumb, like, guy. You know, I was just like some guy after, like, being perceived as this beautiful trans woman on my journey. And that's just not me. And it almost made me feel less than that I wasn't a trans woman. I'm like, maybe I should try. Just kidding. I know it's not a choice. I'm sorry. I needed to share that because I'm still processing it. It's like, okay, maybe I am a little too effeminate sometimes. Maybe the pigtails were a little much with the tight pants. But that is something that happened to me today. For the record, not a trans woman as far as I know. If I do make that discovery, you guys will be the first people I tell, because that would be something you guys would need to know. But as of right now, I'm still a man.